Hey guys, Chris here, just with another driving and talking video. I had an experience this morning that sucked and it scared the hell out of me, and everything's okay. I had to buy these new little body clips from Subaru to replace what broke. But what happened, oh, I love the roads around here. What happened was I was driving down the highway and there was a big 4x4 in the road. So I dodged the 4x4, and when I dodged the 4x4, I hit the next of the two evils, which was a freaking giant shovel. I say giant, a normal size shovel with a big wooden handle and all that, you know, a spade. I hit this spade and I heard it go down the passenger side of the car. I heard it hit a bunch of things, and it literally snapped in half, flew up in the air behind me and to the right, and the big wooden handle of it smacked into a semi truck. That's pretty bad. It hit the semi's windshield. Shit, which way do I go? I don't even know where I am. I'm trying to go home from a customer's. I guess I could pull up a map. I'll just go this way. Yeah, maybe this way. We'll find out. So that flew up and hit the windshield of a semi and just kind of stayed up on the windshield because he's going like 60, 65 miles an hour and his windshield's straight up and down. So it just kind of suctioned up to his windshield, and the spade portion, the actual metal part at the bottom, the shovel, freaking flew up and smacked into the semi truck's grill. He didn't seem to care because he just kept on going, but I turned on my turn signal, got off the highway. He didn't follow me or anything, so I don't think he cared. But I went and, you know, parked my car, got under it. What do we stop for? There's not a stop sign here. All right. And went and started looking around, and I noticed on the right side of the car, on the passenger side, they call it, what is it the Subaru calls this? The side spoiler. Oh shit. Hold on, let's go this way. This road is a fairly famous road here in Texas. It's all made of bricks. Not the smoothest road in the world, but not the worst. Hopefully it's not too loud in the video. Now I kind of know where I am. I just left the customers, if you're wondering. But so, I checked the side, and my side spoiler was kind of pulled out a little and pulled back towards the wheel a little. Wasn't rubbing or anything like that, but I laid under the car and checked it out, and a few of the plastic clips under the car were just shaved right off, like flush with the car. Damn, this can's rattling. And I got another rattling can, son of a bitch. I got rattling cans, I'm sorry guys. So yeah, it sheared them straight off, and I was able to actually just push it back where it goes, and it just kind of stayed. And every time I've stopped my car today, Every time I've stopped, I've got out and looked, and it looks to be staying in place. So I get to go and use these beautiful bastards. Once I get home today, I'm gonna go pop them into place. That'll be fun. It's not that big of a deal. At least it's just those instead of something bigger. Those are unfortunately $3.50 a piece at the dealer. Now, I knew they were going to gouge me. I figured they were going to gouge me with like $1 a piece, and I was going to buy a bunch. Nah, they're not $1 a piece. They're freaking $3.50 a piece. $1 would have been a lot of money. I figured they really cost maybe a quarter anywhere else, but I wanted to get the right ones that fit perfectly, so I bought it from there. That way I knew it was the right one the first time. We even came out and laid under the car, and I pointed, these right here. He's like, all right, yep, that's what we're looking at. Whatever, I bought them. I'm not bitching at Subaru at all. They're great. They have good service. It was just very unfortunate that happened to begin with. So that's about what I got on that. I'm thinking I may be off work. I don't know for sure. It's only 1:30 on a Friday. I haven't had to work late all week this week, so that's good. I've had to a little bit. That's no biggie. So that's cool. Last week I had to work, you know, until after dark every day when I'm leaving the house at, you know, 7 or 8 in the morning, depending on the customer. So that was a long week. This week wasn't that bad, other than every day after work this week, I have been working on building a DayZ Epoch server. And I learned how hard that really is. You know, I have a server for like almost any multiplayer game that I play, to where we could just connect to it and play with friends. Well, DayZ, of course, DayZ, you don't want to just play it just with friends, because, you know, half the game is the PvP. So what I'm doing this for is for me and, you know, 3-4 buds to get on, and I can show them the way around on the map on the DayZ mod. You know, some of these guys haven't played DayZ at all. One of them has. Winchester has played it, but he's played the DayZ standalone. I'm going to kind of show him a little bit of what I know on DayZ mod. And Winchester was nice enough to buy DayZ, well, the full Arma 2 package for Ken and Garrett, which is freaking awesome. It's really nice of him. So I created the server just to be able to show Ken and Garrett and maybe Winchester a few things. You know, show them the way around town so we all know where we're going to meet up when we jump on a real server. Stuff like that. I don't plan on recording our footage of just jacking around unless you guys say, oh yeah, do that. I think we're fine. But there's nothing real interesting is going to happen because the only enemies are the zombies. So it's not going to be too interesting. Alright, I'm done going 55. One thing I love about these cars is with that twin scroll, man, I'm guessing that's what it is. It's something. My last car I couldn't get up and go in 5th gear. This car I could put it in 5th, hit the gas, and we're gonna go around some people. I love that. But yeah, we're just really gonna jack around. I'm gonna show them, you know, this is where the hospital is in Berenzino, this is where that is where this is, that is, this is, that is. Show them how they know where they're at on the map, stuff like that. And then once they're all hunky-dory and know their way around and everyone's comfortable with the way the game plays, then we're going to jump over onto a PvP server and go have some fun. Maybe go build a base or something and try to survive. Just have some fun in Arma 2, or in DayZ more like. I know it's an old, outdated game, but it's still fun, and we were able to get that for everyone a lot cheaper than buying the DayZ standalone for everyone. If DayZ standalone was cheaper than the Arma 2 DayZ mod, we probably would have gone that route. Personally, I actually enjoy playing both. I know DayZ standalone a lot more than I know the mod, because I have hundreds of hours in DayZ standalone, and the mod I have like 70 hours or 80 hours. I've played it. I mean, you know, I just have a lot more hours in standalone. But that's all I got in the gaming world going on. It literally took me and my daughter 12 to 14 hours to build this server, because first we watched a video how to do it. We followed all the instructions, and for some reason the error we were getting back had to do with GameSpy, which GameSpy has been gone for years. So everyone's like, you need to add the query ports for Steam. Well, that was added in there, but it was still giving me this GameSpy error even though I had Steam query ports. So that was just funky. We ended up completely rebuilding the server, watching another video, learning from another guy how to do it. And he was way more helpful than the Steam query ports were working, but then I was getting booted the second I logged on and it was saying no player ID. Well, that took us forever to figure out. And then we were having a problem with MySQL. And then eventually we got it all going, and then looking for DayZ loadout tool, whatever it's called, the DayZ loadout tool, so you can actually start with a few items, like maybe a pistol and I don't know, whatever, food maybe. So you can start with a few items. The DayZ loadout tool, my daughter had downloaded it. I told her to, asked her to, and with it came a bunch of viruses, like a lot. So I immediately had to get off TeamSpeak, run over there, clean up the computer. Once I got rid of the viruses, MySQL software, it's called MySQL, the software lost its Windows service and would no longer work. It wouldn't function at all, so I couldn't even start the server. After spending like 10 or 12 hours doing it, that sucked. So I, cleaned off the viruses. That's what messed it up, I guess. So then we finally figured out how to fix that. We had to completely remove everything that had to do with MySQL, and then go find all the leftover folders and registry entries and remove all those, reinstall MySQL, got it going again, and decided, screw DayZ loadout. We're just gonna play it straight up vanilla DayZ Epoch on my server, because my server is only for learning purposes. Like I said, it's not going to be very fun playing in a server with just a couple people that are friends. You want to get in a real server. That's the DayZ experience, is playing with people. So that's our main plan. But yeah, we spent 12 or 14 hours on that throughout the week. It was stupid. It was every day after work, and after she got out of school, that's what we did, putting our two heads together trying to figure this crap out. But we got it. We're happy with it, I guess. And maybe tonight, as long as we can talk Garrett into it, then we'll all play. Otherwise, just Ken, myself, Winchester, and maybe Keto will play it. We'll see. But that's what's going on in the gaming world. That's about all there. In the real world, I've had a pretty good week, I'd say. I haven't had to work real late. I'm on salary, so, whenever I have to work late, it's not like I'm getting overtime or anything. But I just do it anyway. Just suck it up and do it, whatever. It pays my bills. That's what I do. So I haven't had to work real late this week. I've had a decent week. On a family note, my wife has been sick all week. Last weekend, she got what she thought was going to be an ear infection. Turned out to be it's a sinus infection somewhere in a tube between her throat and her ear. So she got on antibiotics for that. And then since then, her throat started hurting real bad. Since she's been on antibiotics, almost like she's getting strep throat, but she's already on antibiotics. She still had like 7 days of antibiotics left. So she just kept taking those, and her throat was still getting worse and worse. She lost her voice. So we got her on some other meds now, and that seems to be leveling out finally. I guess that's about all that's really going on. I don't have a lot to say. I watched a man's videos by the name of Altered Beast on YouTube. In fact, I didn't tell him this yet, but I had watched one of his videos before I even got this car. I thought that was kind of cool that he contacted me and we got to talking a little bit, because I had already seen his videos. I went and subbed his channel just a couple days ago, but I saw his video a couple months ago. It was a video of him deciding if he wanted to go trade in his 2015 WRX for a 2016 STI or not. He has a 2015 WRX Limited. He's got the nice one. And he's actually got the Boomba short shifter that also has short throw in it. And he's got a really nice shift knob that adds another 1.5 pounds of weight to his shifting, which makes it way smoother from what I hear on the shift gates, because Subaru's WRX and STI's transmissions are really notchy. I don't mind it, but that sounds like it would be super awesome. I would love to have that, but I just don't have, a couple $100 to buy this short shifter, so this is not the time to do that. But he seems like a really cool guy. You can check out his channel, Altered Beast. I guess that's about all I have. That's my real world and my gaming world meshed in one right there. I'm ready to get off work, go home, and play some DayZ. I think that's all I'm going to be playing this weekend. On another note, we played a lot of Unturned, and the map that we were using is called the Landscape of Paphos, something like that. Well, the map creator found my channel and said, hey, I'm going to put your Let's Play on my workshop page, show people some Let's Plays on this. I was like, awesome, thank you. And I told him, by the way, could you update it so helicopters and airplanes will actually spawn, so we don't have to spawn them in and pretend that we found them. And he came back like a day later and said, hey, I updated it. Well, ever since then, his map is unplayable. You can't even load into game with that map built into the server. We tried starting from scratch. using that map. We tried everything we could to get that map to work. It won't. I put in just another random map and it did work. So it's really his map is causing an error. Until he fixes that, we can't play any Unturned. And that's what got us into, well, how about we just start playing DayZ instead? It's better anyways. So that's what I'm excited to go home and do, is play some DayZ. I'm actually gonna jack with some server settings anyways. There's a chance that I'm gonna turn my server into an open server, no password, PvP for everyone. The thing is, there's just like thousands of DayZ servers. What's the chance that someone's gonna find mine and come play on it, right? When I had an ARC server going, it was a PvE, VP, however you want to say, PvP, VE. It was PvP and PvE basically. You do whatever you want. And we only got a random person every once in a while. But I do have a dedicated server to be able to run that sort of stuff. That's about all I got for that. I guess that's all I got, period. So, you know, if I think of anything else, I'll just start the recording again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this stupid little vlog that I did. It's Friday. I'm on my way home from work. I'm in a good mood. My neck doesn't hurt today, which is awesome. I'm sure it will after I play for hours on video games. But right now, I'm in a good mood. I feel great. Haven't had to take any pain meds for the last 2 days, actually, which is quite nice. So, we're doing great. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and hold on, now that I think about it. I learned how to turn off hill assist on this car. Thanks to Altered Beast, he mentioned that he turned off the hill assist on his and he likes it a lot better. I didn't know you could. Hill assist is when you're on an incline and you let off the brake. That's what keeps the brake going so you don't roll backwards in a manual transmission. And I learned how to turn it off thanks to Altered Beast talking about he turned his off, he likes it a lot better. I was like, really? You can make it like a normal standard? Sure, I'd love to do that. I looked it up and all you have to do is start the car. There's a traction control button down and to the left of the steering wheel. You probably can't see where my hand is, but there's a traction control button. All you do is start the car, and then after it's running, push and hold the traction control button. Just hold it until the traction control light, when you push it, the light will turn on. You keep holding it until the light turns off. After that happens, you let go and push it one more time and let go. And then you shut off the car and you start the car, and then you get this new little symbol that is a picture of a car going up a hill down to the right of your speedometer, bottom right of the speedometer, which means hill assist is off. So now it's like a normal freaking manual transmission car. I like it way better this way. You know, I don't mind rolling back a couple inches before I roll forward. In fact, you know, I've driven manuals long enough that I could do it without rolling back. So I feel like I'm not wearing the clutch as much, maybe. Mainly because you had to give it a lot more throttle before you let off the clutch with hill assist on while hill assist is working. It took a lot more throttle to not kill the car. So this makes it more like any other manual transmission, and I like that a lot more than that weird. I had never seen that on any car before. That was a new feature to me. I learned it's called hill assist and looked up how to fix it. So I guess that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, like, and sub if you haven't, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Wow, I got a really pretty Z06 Corvette next to me. I think that's called a C4 model. Looks like it's been lowered and sounds really good. Go, you stupid Honda Fit. Go, go, go. Choose a lane, choose a lane. You chose it, let's go. Don't pull out in front of me. I want to go see this Corvette. I don't know how loud this will be, but sunroof up. Figure you might be able to hear him a little more. Nah, he's just rolling off that clutch nice and smooth, so he's not giving it gas. There's no room to give it gas around here really, but I've driven a really fast Z06 before. I've driven a number of Corvettes. I worked for a Chevy dealership. I was a mechanic, and you know, you get to drive some of these cars. It's pretty. I mean, it sits super low. That's the only thing I would have a problem with. The lowered life is definitely a lifestyle. I've only had one car that was lowered, which was a Mustang. And first I had cut the springs on it and it dropped it really low. It looked cool, but you know, it was really low and really bouncy, and I was like, all right, I learned my lesson. So then I went out and got some iBox and installed some lowering springs, which actually raised it up a little bit, but it was stiffer and it was quite nice. But when you're in that lowered life, man, almost any little bump you go over, you scrape and you get this little cringing feeling. Hear him. We just have nowhere to go where we can hear him. Alright, let's get the windows up. I guess we're not going to hear him. Shit, my turn's coming up too. In the right lane, I'm in the left. Time to get over. Get over. Get over. Alright, we done did it. Alright, well shit, I didn't get to hear the Corvette, but he's behind me now. Oh my god. That's too bad. I just wanted to hear him on a little road where he had an opening. That would have been nice. Bye, Corvette. I like those things. They're pretty cool. I really like the new Stingrays. They're beautiful. The new Z06 Stingrays are friggin', they put a lot of friggin', what do you call it? It's got a nice body kit on it. How's that? So what I figure I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of the car and I'm gonna show you what happened to my car. Luckily, the car seems to be okay though, other than a few clips. McClure gutters. One of our neighbors over here is having to get a lot of stuff redone. Let's see. Gotta love that backup cam. Alright, home sweet home. Now, let me go show you what happened to the car. BRB's, peeps. So, just looking at it, I mean, it's this whole piece right here. Just looking at it, you can't really tell other than it may not line up quite as good as it should right now because some of the pins are completely jacked up. Let me get these doors open. As you see right here, this whole thing was pulled out and back to where back here did not line up anymore. Back here, this was not flush. I pushed it back forward. But just underneath it, let's get on the ground. Underneath it are these little body clips, and as you see, some of them have sheared off due to a shovel. But I don't know, little gashes here and there, but Nothing actually really got hurt other than some clips, so that's what I got on my car. All right, guys, well, I'm home, so I'll see you guys later.